Scott Skyhawks. I'm Bill Nestor, joined as always by John Cooper. Also with us here with a live stream, David Oliverio, and back in the studio, the legend, Don Reynolds, getting set for what should be a great matchup between two evenly matched teams. Lots to talk about on our People's Bank pregame show. We'll take a break, come back and hear from RCB head man Josh Gurrell, get his thoughts over the win over Philip Barber last week, and also we'll talk about the Scott Skyhawks. That and much, much more as you listen to Robert C. Byrd Football on 101.3
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
as we get set for playoff time.
Bill, we've had extremely good practices this week. The kids are really focused and locked in. I think my staff's done a tremendous job of preparing them and making sure that they understand the ins and outs of what we need to do tonight or to win. I think the leadership aspect has really taken over. Guys like Trace Wagner, Aiden Morris, it's really starting to shine in what they're doing with their leadership abilities.
Flag.
I just look forward to come out and play great football tonight.
Coach, this Scott team, really impressive. Had a chance to look at them up and down. It looks to me as if they've got a good balance of rush and pass, and defensively they hit pretty hard as well. So definitely a quality squad.
Yeah, the thing that sticks out to me is how physical they are and how they run the football. They've got size. They've got some guys that can run. They've got a little bit of speed. But the thing that really pops the eye catcher for me is they run the football constantly on defense, and they're very, very physical offensively. They're not going to try to fool around. They're just going to line up and try to play smash mouth. So we've got to be able to stand in there and withstand that and do the job. And if we do, we'll be fine.
Coach, you look at on paper, very similar in terms of size. Up front, we're 259 pounds on average. They're 250 on average. Something's got to give, and to me, it seems like that line of scrimmage is going to be crucial this evening.
Yeah, well, listen, that's where it's won and lost every week, right? I mean, you can say what you want to about Jeremiah and how he runs the football and how we do things on defense. And, the guys up front don't get a lot of love, right? I mean, that's the truth of the whole thing. But we're not going to win many football games without Trace, Wyatt, Drew, Logan. It's just not going to happen, right? Jonathan, those guys up front, week in and week out, they win and lose the ball game for us. Now, that's a lot to put on them, but it's just the case. If we can come out and run the football and we can stop the run, and it's due to those 5 guys, then we're in great shape. That's how important it is. And you're exactly right. Tonight's ball game will be won and lost with the guys up front.
Is the X factor potentially quarterback Nick George? He's had a great year, 8 TDs, no interceptions. He makes the big plays, and of course he's got Nathaniel Junkins out there hauling him in. What a big target he is with 5 TDs receiving. Those 2 guys in the pass attack are a formidable duo for teams to try to find a way to stop.
Sure, and I've talked about this several times. We've tried to progress to become better in that aspect of the game. I think we have. I'm very comfortable with Nick throwing the football. Nathaniel's going to go make plays like he always does when given the opportunity to catch the football. And I think the other aspect is that Latrell Jones is really starting to come on. And the understanding of the routes, where to be, and he's dynamic with the football in his hands in the open field. So if we can work with Nathaniel and work with Latrell, mix bread on them once in a while on a quick game, it does nothing to benefit us.
Coach, finally, the opportunity to play at home. No place like home, especially when you consider the trip that Scott's got to endure to come to One Eagle Way. Big advantage playing in front of our home people.
Sure. I mean, anytime you're home in the playoffs, it's tremendous. It gives you another chance for us to represent our school, represent our city, our community. We want to be proud. We want to make sure that the Robert C. Byrd High School and Clarksburg are proud, and we represent that group, and that our community is well represented. So, the kids are going to come out tonight, and they're going to be pumped. They're going to play with a lot of heart, hustle, and effort. I have no doubt about that, especially after watching practice this week. I honestly feel spoiled that it's the best week of practice we've had the entire year, which is hard for me to believe, but it's the truth. There's just a certain buzz to them right now. I hope that continues, and if it does, we're going to make a run. God willing, that's what we do.
Coach, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us, and good luck in this one.
Bill, I appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take a break because you listen to Robert C. Byrd Football, only on 101.3 The Bear.
Okay, so usually I'm a last-minute shopper.
Good evening. At this time, please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of our colors by the RCB JRTC Color Guard. And remain standing as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem. The band is led by Senior Field Commander Alec Tate and Senior Drum Captain Sal Andraue. Tonight's national anthem is conducted by Director of Bands Tom Myers. Our nation's colors are being presented this evening by some of the finest students at Robert C. Byrd High School. Robert C. Byrd High School's U.S. Army JRTC Color Guard is under the command of Cadet 2nd Lieutenant Holly Paxton and consists of Cadet 2nd Lieutenant Kyle Bennett, Cadet 2nd Lieutenant Janessa Wessel, Cadet Brevet First Sergeant Jacob Swiger, Cadet Brevet Sergeant William Hannigan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Last contest, a win over the Colts of Philip Barber.
Thanks, Bill. Good evening, everyone. RCB's offense and defense combined for another dominant performance last Friday night in Philippi by defeating the Colts by a final score of 57-6. In the Eagles' past two contests, they have outscored their opponents by a combined score of 98-6. They seem to be peaking just the right time to make a deep run into the playoffs. The offensive line, led by Trace Wagner, Wyatt Minor, and Drew Paul, opened huge holes for Jeremiah King, who took advantage by scoring 5 touchdowns on 6 rushing attempts for a total of 211 yards. The defense, led by Evan Warren and Aiden Morris, took care of business and held the Colts to 109 total yards. In addition to King's 6 rushes for 211 yards and 5 TDs, Latrell Jones had 5 rushes for 63 yards. Hunter Jackson, 6 for 46 in a TD. Braden Brown, 5 for 38 with a 2-point conversion. Aiden Morris had 4 for 28 and a touchdown. Jaden Willis, 1 for 17. And Evan Warren, 2 for 8. Nick George had 4 rushes for 75 yards, was 1 of 3 passing for 45 yards and a TD to Nathaniel Junkins. Cameron Clark was 7 of 7 on point after attempts.
So that's Robert Seabird's win over Philip Barber. Now we have an opportunity to take a little gander at tonight's opponent, the Scott Skyhawks. Of course, the Skyhawks coming in with a pretty impressive record and really one of the better teams in the state that nobody talks about.
That's true, Bill. They held off a upset attempt from Nitro last week. They took an early 8-0 lead in the first quarter, but then Nitro tied it up. Fry was they were trailing in the fourth quarter, and Christian Cooper scored on a 2-yard TD run with just over 18 seconds to go. During Fry for the night was 14 of 24 for 131 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. And Cooper Martin led the Scott ground game with 19 carries for 117 yards. And Stone also had 14 carries for 95 yards. And Stone was also involved in the passing game, had 6 catches for 54. And Jaden Sharps had 5 for 53.
When you look at X factors, I think for Scott, that guy is the fullback, Stone. He has 40% of the offensive output in the air. 600-plus yards receiving, 5 TDs, the most TDs in the air reception-wise for the Skyhawk squad. So he's the guy that they go to in a short passing game. And when you look at the numbers for Fry on the year, 15 TDs, 10 interceptions. You want to force him to throw the ball down the field. When he does, he's got 10 interceptions and 10 TDs. So that's what RCB's idea is, anyway, coming into this one, is trying to make them get behind the chains for second long, third long situations and see if they can put pressure on the quarterback Fry. We've got a break to take. We'll come back. We'll get Coop's keys to a Robert C. Byrd win. You don't want to miss it. You're in the midst of the People's Bank pregame show. It's Robert C. Byrd football on 101.3. The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important, plus it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Number 23, Jeremiah King, and number 10, Evan Warren.
Dominate the line of scrimmage as in past games. Don't give up the big passing play. Key on the fullback, as Bill talked about earlier. That's where most of their TD passes come from. On offense, establish the running game and test the Scott defense, mix against some passing. The Eagles have played 2 near-perfect games against Liberty and Philip Barber, and they need to repeat that effort tonight. And as always, minimize mistakes and penalties.
A chance to unveil Coop's keys. I like him as we get set for action. Robert C. Byrd in their home green with green pants, white trim, white lettering, white helmets on the near side sideline. On the far side, we've got the Skyhawks of Scott in their white jerseys with their dark blue pants, dark blue lettering, and dark blue helmets as we get set for action here at One Eagle Way, Coops. And this is what we've all been waiting for, playoff football.
It's the playoffs.
So we're just moments away from action. No place like home. We appreciate the hospitality here from the administration at Robert C. Byrd. And a couple games ago, we talked about it. We thought we might be on the road in this opening round, but things worked out well for the Flying Eagles, and we're back here at One Eagle Way one more time. So the Skyhawks will receive it to start out the contest. They'll travel left to right. Cam Clark getting set to kick this thing off, Coop. And Clark definitely a valuable asset special teams-wise for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, he's been able to put the ball in the end zone. Excellent point-after attempts as well. He really hasn't had to attempt many field goals this year, but he's had a very good season.
Well, the crowd's starting to liven up here. The Skyhawks well represented as they make the 2.5-plus drive as Clark will kick it deep into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. So, Coop, that's exactly what the RCB special teams wanted to do. Keep it away from the dangerous duo of Cooper Martin, the starting tailback, and Kevin Neal. He's a wide receiver, cornerback, kick returner. So the touchback keeps the ball in their hands. It'll be first down and 10, first series of the game belonging to the Skyhawks.
We'll see how Scott, how their game plan is this evening, whether they're going to come out throwing or try to mix it up a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you, they're going to try to run the ball as much as they can. It'll be first down. It'll be a dump down in the flat, incomplete. As that pass was intended for the fullback, Landon Stone, falls to the turf. It'll bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, had a little bouncy hands there and wasn't able to take care of it.
RCB defensively sniffing that play out all over it. If Stone would have caught that ball, would have had no room to roam whatsoever. And after that beautiful, spectacular fireworks display, the crowd is in awe of the fog that's rolling over, the smoke coming from the display. It looks like Transylvania here in Clarksburg. Second down, handoff straight forward to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard gain, and that is it. Not much there as Cooper Martin gang tackled by a quartet of Robert C. Byrd players. The first to make contact for the Flying Eagles, Tristan Cumberledge.
Yeah, Tristan's come along past few games as well, playing the entire defense has played tremendous past few games.
Cumberledge dinged up in the middle of the year, the 5'10", 215-pound junior. He's overcome the injuries and having a strong ending to this campaign, coming over into the playoffs with a nice stop there. Third and 10. Martin with the handoff, tries the right side, tripped up with the 25, gets to the 26, but 4 yards short of a first down, a punting situation for Scott. That time, we see the Skyhawks go to the ground on third down and 10, trying to fool RCB, but good defense, staying in tune, staying in the lanes, and making the play.
Sure, that's what Coach had talked about earlier in his interview about how they've come along and matured over the season.
Got to be aware of fake punts here, as it'll be Cooper Martin dropping back in the punting formation. He'll set up at the 10 and back to return it. Nathaniel Junkins right around the 40-yard line. The left-footed kicker gets it off. It's low, wobbly on the far side. It'll bounce and then go out of bounds on the Scott sideline. RCB looks to have a great starting field position.
The 40.
Just with the doctor order for the Flying Eagles, and on comes quarterback Nick George. The 6'2", 220-pound junior leading out the offensive troops. They'll spot the ball in Skyhawk territory at the 49, so a short field advantage. An opportunity for RCB to strike here. 10:30 left in this opening quarter of play. First offensive opportunity for the Flying Eagles, as we'll see the I formation. George under center, Morris the fullback, and King the tailback. King gets it, straight forward, breaks a tackle, moves inside the 40, 35, spun around, and finally brought down at the 32-yard line. A great second, third, and then fourth effort from Jeremiah King.
Yeah, Scott doesn't take care of that. It's going to be a long night for them, I can tell you that right now.
Well, Coach Grill told me after our interview, he said, look for them to only bring 6 in the box. And he said, if that happens, we're going to run the ball consistently. So he's expecting them to try to start out that way. If RCB can get success on the ground, then you'll bring more to the line of scrimmage. King gets the tote on the first down, gets inside the 30, moves to the 28-yard line. Solid pickup on first down for the King. Scott flying to the football. Coach said they are physical. They love to hit. And they'll try to gang tackle any way they possibly can. And of course, right there we saw the example of that, as the first to make contact for Scott was Cooper Martin. 4-yard pickup. Second and 6, the ball on the far side hash. I formation, handoff, goes to Morris. And Aiden stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Not much there. Give him a yard. It'll bring up a third down for RCB in what could be 4-down territory.
Yeah, this far in that, or opportunity maybe for a field goal. We'll see.
Well, right here, you're probably looking at a 42, 45-yarder, and that's not out of the range of Cam Clark. Let's see what this third down brings. RCB breaks camp. Plenty of time on the play clock. 17 seconds and turning. 3 receivers, jumbled set near side. Pitch back goes to the King. He'll go forward inside the 15, the 10, the 5. It's a touchdown. Jeremiah the King from 27 yards out, and RCB strikes first.
I've always learned to check for flags. A tremendous run by Jeremiah right there.
Coop, I can't lie. I did the same exact thing. Scoured the field, no hankies, and RCB strikes first. 8:43 left in this opening quarter of play, and Jeremiah King doing the honors from 27 yards out. On comes Cam Clark for the PAT. The holder is Nick George. Snap back is a good one. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 lead. We got a break to take. Flying Eagle Pigskin on 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
And Clark kicks it off. It's going to roll out of bounds on the near side sideline. A penalty against the Flying Eagles. 8:43 left in this opening quarter play. 7-0 RCB on top, Coop, and you couldn't ask for a better start for the Flying Eagles.
Oh, absolutely. 49-yard drive culminating in a touchdown. That, obviously will energize the RCB side, and Scott's going to have to shake their head and, wonder how they're going to combat this.
Well, the penalty bug bites early as that ball rolls out of bounds, and that gives Scott 1st and 10 from their own 35. Handoff on the far side, spinning and backing over the 40 to the 41-yard line is going to be the tailback, Cooper Martin. Well, they say Scott, a dangerous team, especially when they're behind or their backs against the wall. We saw it against Nitro last week. We expect them to come out firing here now as they trail 7-0 in this first quarter of play.
Sure, they don't give up, and really don't expect them to.
Quarterback Matt Fry in the gun. He's got Stone in motion, in and around. They give it to Stone. He tries the far side, gets hit, and will get pushed out of bounds on the Skyhawk sideline. Great job defensively. Tristan Cumberledge coming over. Also in hot pursuit, the big fella, Trace Wagner. It'll be a 3rd down and caught 3.5 for Scott. Coop, Robert C. Byrd looking for the run early and often from Scott. We've yet to see quarterback Matt Fry go to the air for anything of substance. 0 for 1 as he tried to dump it off the Stone in the flat, but nothing down the field as of yet.
Right, and if they stay behind, get behind much more, they're going to have to go to the air, I'm sure.
It's a handoff to Martin. Martin picks up the 1st down. He'll squirt to midfield, brought down there. So on 3rd down, Martin gets through, gets the 1st down, and a fresh set of downs. The first down of the game for the Skyhawks.
I think maybe RCB was anticipating maybe a pass there, maybe held back a little bit. Not sure.
It seemed like that time Martin hit the hole a little quicker than what he has early on in this ball game and picks up that 1st down. We'll see a triple flip in the formation. 3 receivers now go to the far side in a jumbled set. Stone with a carry. Works his way inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. Scott's had some success here in the last couple rushing plays as they've gone to their left side to create some holes.
Yeah, they're able to make some gaps there.
Ball resting at the RCB 43-yard line, 6:30 and turning. Well, if both of these teams continue to stick to the ground, Coop, we could be out of here early this evening.
Yes, that's true.
Scott.
Clock's running.
That's right. Scott operating on the far side hash. 3 receivers again, jumbled set. It'll be an inside handoff to Stone. He goes nowhere. Hit for a loss on the play as that's Aiden Morris making the stick for the Flying Eagles. Six minutes turning. Opening canto play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Skyhawks.
RCB all over that play.
They try the misdirection, and RCB stays home defensively. Fry in the gun. Hankey on the turf as Martin with a handoff. He goes nowhere quick. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. That is it. Bringing up a 4th down pending the penalty.
Wake up tomorrow morning with Bobby Bones. Here.
So the officials confer as we wait for the prognosis. Sideline warning for Robert C. Byrd. Coach Carell coming out to talk to the official. Still brings up a 4th down. Now the next time that occurs, Coop, that'll be a mark-off on Robert C. Byrd. So now we'll see the punting unit come on. For Scott, and back deep it'll be Junkins. He'll set up shop right around the Byrd 15-yard line.
Yeah, make sure this is actually punted. We'll see.
Pressure's on. RCB almost gets the punt block. It's going to hit at the 15 and take a Scott roll inside the 10, inside the 5, rolling all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, RCB's offense comes out for possession number 2. Their back's against the wall.
Yeah, that's flip-flop of field position there for sure.
Well, this limits your playbook, Coop. Of course, I think that if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's Coach Grell's motto. That's what he lives by. That first drive, the ground was very good to his team. I look for him to go right back to that rushing attack.
Yeah, I think it'll dictate what defense Scott comes out in. You know, if they're going to hog the line of scrimmage or stack it, then that kind of invites him to throw the ball.
On 1st down, the I formation. Snap back and a handoff to King on the far side. Over the 10, the 15, the 20. Breaks a tackle, 25-30 on the far side. Cuts back, 35, hit at the 40, brought down at the 43-yard line. And RCB with a big gainer thanks to the King.
Well, you're right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Again, looking around for a penalty flag. Don't see anything.
So far, so good. As it looks like Scott calls a timeout. Let's keep it right here. 4:50 left in this opening quarter of play. As RCB has utilized the rushing attack led by Jeremiah King, Coop. They've jumped out to the 7-0 lead. They've got the ball back for possession number 2. You look back to last week. RCB perfect in the first half, 7 of 7, scoring 7 TDs against the Colts.
Yep, they played very well. I mean, the past 2 weeks. Offensive lines blocking, making tremendous blocks, and Jeremiah's just hitting holes. You know, he few games there he played the first half, and I think that adds to his level of being dangerous because he's not. You know, you don't have those nagging little injuries, and you're not dinged up. You're well rested. You got plenty of energy, and you're motivated. 4 carries tonight for 88 yards so far.
Pretty good average, Coop. I'm not a math guy, but that's 22 yards a carry.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. So Scott calls the timeout, trying to make some adjustments here. They've got to find a way to stop the RCB offensive express. Looking back to that game last week against the Colts, rushing for 484 yards in that game. That's the 5th highest total in school history.
Yeah, they were able to really dominate the ground game there. I think Georgia only attempted 3 passes all evening.
In the gun on 1st down, handoff goes to King, sifts his way forward, picks up 2 on the play. First time we've seen George in the gun. And, of course, the difference with that is that with the backs beside him, in that case King then gets the handoff and then tries to establish head of steam getting to the line of scrimmage. When they run the I formation, he's got a head of steam going right forward, exploding through the hole. So
right. Well, and then too, when he gets the ball a little quicker, he can use his vision to pick a hole a little bit easier.
Second down, George looking to pass. Near side, complete. Morris hauls it in. Turns the corner, gets inside the 45 to the 40. Still on his feet, spun around and brought down at the 38-yard line of Scott. That's a first down, Flying Eagles.
Nice play when you get, Scott getting everybody on the line of scrimmage. It makes it a lot easier to throw those passes.
What I like there is it's a safe pass. Coach Grill gives his quarterback George a chance to get some confidence on that toss. Toss back goes to King. Tries the far side hanky on the turf. That's going to go against Aiden Morris as King squirts forward, picks up 6 on the play. And the sad thing is he didn't need that block to get free.
All right.
So that's a 10-yard mark off on RCB, and we've seen those issues occur throughout the year, and hopefully for them they'll be able to dodge those penalties. So Aiden Morris hauls that pass in and picks up the first down, but on first down, a hold goes against the Flying Eagles, and that's going to bring them back into their own territory at the RCB 49-yard line.
Yeah, that's, one of the keys. You got to minimize those mistakes, and like you said, it wasn't, make or break block right there.
Well, RCB's going to have to find a way to get back this penalty yardage and then some. It's a pistol, cocked left. Play action, pass, and a flat complete. Junkins has it at the 40, breaks a tackle. The 35, the 30, gets forward, gets the first down, and a great job there as Braylon Hilliard was coming over looking to make a block, realized that it would be one of those blocks that could potentially be a block in the back, so he just lays off of the play and lets Junkins do the work. He does all the heavy lifting and picks up the first down.
Yeah, that was a big pass play there for RCB.
So RCB going to the air on a couple occasions on this drive. There they pick up the first down. The ball on the near side hash as RCB has the sidecar, double sidecar to the left. Now they go to the right. Evan Warren checks into the backfield. Hard count up front. Scott looked to move. No hanky. Quarterback keeper. Here comes George barreling forward. Works his way to the 24-yard line before he's pushed back. 2-yard gain on the play for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, George keeping him honest. He had success last week with rushing against Philippi. Philip Barber had 74 yards, I believe.
And when you put Warren in there, of course, you look back to the Liberty game, 7-yard TD run. So you've got some capable backs. And what Coach Grohl's going to do is try to spell Jeremiah King as much as possible to keep him fresh down the stretch. Clock rolling as we near the 2-minute mark of this opening canto. 7-zip, Byrd on top, looking for more, inching closer to the goal line. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the Scott 24. RCB calls a timeout. Let's take one with him. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road.
Second down and 8, the ball at the 24 of Scott. They're up 7-0. They really want to get this pivotal second score of the game.
Sure, if I could go up 2. Nick George having a great evening, 2 for 2, 45 yards so far.
He pitches back to King. King tries the middle, spins away, and then dives forward to the 20-yard line. Scott thought they had him on multiple occasions, but the magician, dodging tackles, gets a solid gain on second down. So it's a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah, pretty manageable third down number here.
in what definitely is 4-down territory if need be.
Oh, absolutely.
Coach Grell's got to feel happy about this healthy rushing attack he's seen so far.
Yeah, all that, I'm sure Jeremiah wanted to play a little bit more during the season, but, this is working out for everybody.
Handoff goes to King. He is tripped up. He'll back his way forward, gets to the 17. He's going to be just short of a first down. That's a bad break there for King, as it looked like he just got bumped off balance, couldn't stay on his feet, and falls to the turf. It'll be fourth down and short.
Grabbed him right around the ankle as he was coming through. If he'd have got through that, I don't think there was any doubt he was going to have the first down.
Less than 1 minute left in this opening quarter of play. 20 seconds on the play clock. RCB fourth down, lining up in the I formation. Hard count, handoff. King tries the right side, gets forward, gets the first down, getting to the 15-yard line, and a great job of the right side of the offensive line for RCB. Center Drew Paul, Logan McCartney, Wyatt Minor opening up the hole, and RCB gets a freshen of downs with 40 ticks left on the first quarter clock.
Well, it's good RCB has the confidence to do that. I mean, there wasn't even a hesitation to even think about whether they were going or not.
No, and that's got to give the confidence to the offensive line on that big fourth down play. Everybody here in the stadium knew where that ball was going to go. But the execution on the play, flawless. 1st and 10. Twins near side handoff to King. Goes forward, gets a couple on the play. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play as Robert Siebert leads at 7-0. A break to take. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important, plus it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Just for 101 yards and TD in that first quarter.
He's on pace to compete for his all-time best. And, of course, you're talking about 442 yards against Elkins in 2019. So out of the break between quarters, RCB now traveling left to right. The ball on the near side hash. His quarterback, Nick George, has a pistol look, cocked to the left. Evan Warren in the backfield. Play action pass is going to be incomplete. Junkins fell down. That would have been right on the button. He would have hauled it in right around the 5-yard line for the first down, but his footing gave way and he fell to the turf. That pass incomplete.
That's George's first miss of the evening. But
not really his fault either.
No, brings up a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. 4-down territory for the Flying Eagles. Jeremiah King checking back in.
Well, RCB'd love to have another score here to go up 14.
Oh, they would love to get that momentum.
Put some pressure back on Scott.
Scott's a great front-running team. When they get that lead, they're good with it, but it's hard for them to come from behind, and you want to put that pressure on if you can. Play action pass, inside, incomplete. As Hilliard had it at the 2-yard line, 1,000, 2,000, lost it, and for a second I thought they were going to say complete pass and a fumble.
It was close for sure.
That was so close to being a touchdown for the Flying Eagles, and on comes Cam Clark. He'll attempt the field goal. RCB looking for a 2-possession lead. It'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Clark, the holder, Nick George. Scott, with all their linemen except one, standing up. Snap back is a good one. The kick is playing long enough. It's up, and it's good. 10-0, the lead for the Flying Eagles. Break to take. RCB football, 101.3.
The Bear.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Third and long, and they're doing an excellent job against this rushing attack. Scott coming in, carrying the ball very well, led by Cooper Martin with 1,134 yards and 10 TDs. But he's also got 4 fumbles.
Right.
Robert C. Byrd, opportunistic. They have plus 10 in the giveaway takeaway category. End around on the far side, as Jones will bump the ball carrier out of bounds. That'll be Carson Brenniger. On the far side, it picks up a couple on the play. Scott trying some trickeration, looking to get their skill players out in space, and RCB, excellent job of containment. Jones, the freshman, coming up, making the play.
Yeah, Jones has come on of late, playing some inspired football.
He really has. At this time of year, you go from being a freshman to a sophomore in terms of reps and experience. Play action pass, incomplete. On the far side, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Jaden Sharps. Sharps on the season, 25 receptions, 441 yards for a 17-yard average, and 2 TDs.
Yeah, that ball a little bit high. Well, a lot high.
Pivotal 3rd down and 8 here. Robert Seaberg would love to slam the door and get the ball back for the offense, who moved it well in their second possession, but just stalled out in the red zone. Fry with the pass, flat near side. Benninger's got it. He is hit and brought down. A great job by Hilliard making the initial hit, and Evan Warren coming in to clean up the play.
And nowhere to roam there.
Loss on the play, and on comes the punting unit for Scott. 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to be Isaac Setzer getting set to punt it away. Junkin setting up right around midfield. Snap back is a good one. RCB waits for it. The lefty will kick it. The fair catch called for and made by Junkins at the RCB 44-yard line. And the trend continues of excellent starting field position for RCB.
Absolutely. This is good. A lot better than last. Rather have it here than the 2.
Got a couple special interviews for the halftime show. We'll have Chris Nutter and also Philip Fetty. You want to stay tuned for the People's Bank halftime show for a couple really good interviews with a couple football wise men. 10-0 the spread for RCB. They look for more. They've scored points on both of their offensive possessions, and let's see if the third is a charm here. They start out in the I formation, twin receivers far side. Hard count handoff. The King barrels forward. He'll get in over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Tough running there for the King. Scott waiting on him. And the first to make contact for the Skyhawks was number 68. The big man, Isaiah Brown. Brown leads the team in tackles with 63 stops, 2 tackles for loss, 3 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, and 1 fumble recovery. Nice stats, impressive stats for Brown. Pistol cocked left on second down. Play action, pumping, passing on the far side, complete. Hilliard has it. Turns upfield, hit immediately and brought down. He'll get to midfield, setting up a manageable third down. Hilliard atones for that previous drop as he hauls that in, takes a big shot, but sticks with the play.
Yeah, able to corral that one. That makes it a little bit more manageable third down play here.
Well, Scott's gone away from that 6-man front. As you can see, they, after that first possession, realized that Jeremiah King is the kind of back that really needs more attention. So RCB will take a timeout here. Their second of the first half. Let's keep it here at Winning Away with 9:31 left in this opening half. 10-0 RCB on top. The alignment didn't look right for the quarterback, Nick George. He wisely calls the timeout. You don't want to take a 5-yard penalty here and make it a much harder first down opportunity.
Sure, you've got all the momentum on your side. There's no reason to give any hope whatsoever to Scott. If you have him down, keep him down.
And so far, Nick George, impressive throwing the pigskin.
He is. He's hit 3 out of 5 for 48 yards. Missed those 2, but then had that short gainer to Hilliard there just a minute ago.
Well, see, here's the thing that's impressive about that. You look at the 2 passes that he didn't connect on. One of them, the receiver fell down, and the other one, the other receiver dropped. So he should be perfect in the game. What a way to start for the junior.
Yeah, don't get discouraged over a couple drop passes. Just keep on playing.
Out of the timeout, Robert C. Byrd facing a huge 3rd down and 5. The ball resting at their own 49. King and Morris in the backfield. We'll see the pistol cocked right. Receivers to both sides. Hard count. Handoff. King. Comes to the near side. To the 45. The 40. Stiff arm. 35 and then hit out of bounds. Should be a late hit there. Nothing doing. And I'll tell you, that was an obvious
That was pretty far late.
Christian Cooper comes over and hits King about 3 yards out of bounds. No hanky on the turf, but nonetheless, that run from the King nets another Byrd first down. The ball spotted right now at the 34-yard line of Scott. And the clock at 9:23. 10-0, the Byrd Bulge. They look for more on this 3rd possession of the first half. RCB breaking camp, 7 seconds left on the play clock. In the gun, George. King to his left. 1 second, they snap it, they go to King. King straight forward, shifting to the 20, to the outside on the far side. 15, 10, 5. It's a touchdown. Flying Eagles, a 34-yard run for Jeremiah the King.
Yeah, once he saw that opening, he was gone.
2 minutes and 30 seconds between scores, and Robert C. Byrd now extending their lead 16-0, point after pending. On comes senior Cam Clark for the PAT. Snap back, kick is up, kick is good. 17-0, the RCB lead. A break to take. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
Be high and deep. It'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Clark has been all aces here so far. You throw in a 30-yard field goal and a couple of point afters. He's accounted for 5 of the RCB 17 points. Now, if you want to see who else has counted for points, well, look no further than Jeremiah the King. He's got 12 points in the ball game on a pair of TD rushes. The first one, 27 yards, and this last one, 34 yards. And this Robert Siebert offensive line, what a job they're doing so far. Paul, Arnold, McCartney, Minor, Wagner taking care of business in this opening half.
Playing excellent, yep.
Here comes Matt Fry in the offense. It'll actually be a designed wildcat as they get over the 30 to the 34-yard line. Fry just tucks it and runs immediately, picking up the first down. Fry showing good wheels on that play.
Yep.
27 rushes, 134 yards, 4.9 average, and 5 TDs from the sophomore quarterback, 6'2", 265-pounder.
Not giving the RCB defense time to react, just took off.
Second first down of the first half for Scott. As Martin gets the tote, tries the right side. He'll be hit and stood up right around the 35-yard line. Several Flying Eagles in on the play defensively. Wyatt Minor, Tristan Cumberlich, 2 of the first to get there, prompting a 2nd down and 8. Clock rolling at 8.5 to go, opening half of play. Fry in the gun, 3 receivers flanked to the near side. Evan Warren looking to cheat up, and he does as he misses the quarterback Fry. Fry coming forward, breaks a tackle over the 45 to midfield, near side sideline, finally brought out of bounds by Latrell Jones, but not before Fry gets to the RCB 41-yard line. RCB had a chance to get him in the backfield for a loss, but they could not bring him down. 24-yard pickup by Scott, their biggest gain from scrimmage on any one play so far in this affair. Scott with back-to-back first downs. They've got 3 of them in this matchup. On the near side hash, in the gun, it's Fry. Martin in the backfield with him. Martin fake handoff. Fry goes forward. He'll get brought down at the 35. Aiden Morse makes the stop. And coming up, trying to lay a vicious hit defensively was Jaden Willis.
I saw that. Well, it looks like Scott's found something here, these quarterback keepers.
Well, you know, Fry, really explosive.
Good speed.
But I tell you, he better learn to get down before
He better get down before somebody knocks him into the next playoff week.
He operates in the gun with 3 receivers to the far side. Flips to the far side, complete. Hankey's on the turf as Scott's going to get close to the first down, getting to the 30, still on the feet inside the 30 to 27. That's going to be Brenniger. And that play all for naught. It's a ball. Look to come free down there. Let's see what they say. Flags all over the place. A Hankey on the turf right around where the tackle was made. Now the officials are trying to sort this thing out. 7:22 left in this opening half of play. 17-0, RCB on top. Penalties have not been an issue so far. Robert Siebert with a couple of them for 20 yards in the game. And let's see what this is. The official comes over to give the breakdown after a lengthy delay. Roughing the passer against Robert Siebert. Didn't see who it was, but that's going to be a big mark off. Also, they're saying it's a hold against Robert Siebert. A personal foul, excuse me. So, potentially 2 15-yard marks. Well, the big key here is the second one should be half the distance to the goal line. They're going to mark that down at the 7-yard line.
Wow. 2 personal fouls on one play.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. First and goal from the 7. RCB's defense looking to bend but not break here. Scott on the march. Fry keeps it, goes to the far side, cuts back. He's going to get hit and brought down, loss on the play to the 10-yard line. Evan Warren in hot pursuit, coming over and then pouncing on the QB.
Fry not the most muscular quarterback we've seen. He better be careful.
Tell you what, he's not backing down.
No.
You give him credit. He's going at it. But RCB on the tackle for a loss moves Scott back to the 10 on the far side hash. Skyhawks break camp, 11 seconds on the play clock. Fry in the gun to his right. He's got Martin. He runs the option, slides back in, goes to the 5 to the outside and gets into the end zone. That's a touchdown for Scott.
Well, aided by 30 yards in penalties. That shortened up the drive a little bit.
Well, Robert C. Byrd had all of the momentum until Fry decided to get loose. Had a couple big gainers, and right there, as they were facing a second goal from the 10, he fakes the option, Pitts, cuts it back inside, and finds pay dirt. Now a point after pending for Scott. Looks like they'll go for the extra point. Neely with a kick. It's up, and it's off the crossbar. No good. And the score is 17-6 in favor of RCB. Break the take. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important, plus it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Scott cracks the scoreboard but misses the extra point. Key here, Coop. Robert C. Byrd with 6:31 remaining and one timeout for a chance to pick up another score in this first half.
Sure, plenty of time. No need to be in a rush. Just actually probably want to use up the rest of the first half clock.
Neal with a high short kick fielded by the King on the run to the 40. 45, stiff arm to midfield, now in Scott territory, spins his way, still on his feet, and finally pushed out of bounds around the 43-yard line.
That didn't work out too good.
What a violent return by Jeremiah King. He just throwing would-be tacklers off of him.
He was looking to punish some people.
Wow. I mean, I've seen some great runs by the King, but that one, really impressive.
He refused to go out of bounds. He wanted to stay in bounds.
He did. So RCB with the best starting field position at the 43-yard line, on the near side hash. Here comes quarterback Nick George in the offensive unit. They break camp with three receivers to the far side. King in the gun with Warren in the backfield to his right. Snap back in the handoff. Goes to Warren. Plows his way forward. Gets to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards on the play for the senior. The stop made by Gavin Aguilon, the 5'8", 245-pound junior. Clock rolling inside of 6 minutes left in a fast-moving first half of play. A trio of receivers flanked to the far side. In the gun, George. Back to pass, looking, throwing, the pass complete. Junkins has it at the 25, the 20. He's going to lunge forward and get to the 16-yard line. RCB in the red zone. A quick strike opportunity here is a beautiful pass thrown by the quarterback, George, and a nice run after the catch by Junkins.
Yeah, great play there.
They'll spot it back at the 17. RCB breaks camp. Plenty of time on the play clock. 20 and turning. George with Warren to his left. Quarterback keeper, he's going to go straight forward off of the left side, bang his way inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Solid pickup on the play by George. Clock into 5 minutes here. As you mentioned a moment ago, Coop, RCB wanted to use up as much of this clock as possible.
Yeah, RCB not being hesitant whatsoever.
King back in the game. He'll get the carry. Goes straight forward, waits patiently, and then gets to the 5-yard line. First and goal for RCB. 5-yard pickup for the senior. Coming into the ball game, King with 6,495 career yards and 78 rushing touchdowns. Give him 2 more TDs, up to 80. He had 16 more TDs than the nearest Robert C. Byrd player prior to game tonight. So he picks up 2 more and looks for a potential hat trick here on first and goal. Snap back, George with a beautiful block by the King, and he'll get in the end zone. Flying Eagles get the TD as George scores it and a late hanky on the turf.
Well, let's see what we got here. Well, the touchdown should be scored, right?
No doubt about it. I think it's going to be against Robert C. Byrd. Maybe some extracurricular activity, unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard mark-off by the Zebras. Really, the only negative so far in the game has been the penalties. They've had 3 15-yard mark-offs in this opening half. Nonetheless, they've managed to open up the lead here. Point after pending from Cam Clark. 23-6 our scores. Clark comes on for the extra point. What's happened is there's been a lot of trash talk on both sides, and RCB getting a little too much involved in that aspect of the game. They've got to kind of turn the cheek to that stuff and focus on the task at hand as Clark knocks in the extra point. 24-6, the Byrd Bulge. Break the take. Flanking you with football. 101.3.
The Bear.
Okay.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
And here at Robert C. Byrd, the Flying Eagles open up the 24-6 lead with 4 minutes, 7 seconds remaining. That 15-yard infraction on the Flying Eagles assessed on the kickoff. So now Clark's got to go back to his own 25 to kick it off.
Well, probably won't have a touchback this time, right?
I'd say no. Clark gives it a ride, however. It'll be picked up at the 20-yard line by the Skyhawks on the near side. Over the 25 to the 30, 32-yard line. So good coverage on the play by the Flying Eagles. As that return is made by Scott's number 13, and that's Braden Clark. Braden Clark, the 6 foot, 145-pound freshman, does the honors for the Skyhawks. Play getting chippy as there was more contact after that play was expired, but the officials let it ride. 4:02 left in a fast-moving first half of play. Last drive aided by the quarterback, Matt Fry. Not his arm, but his legs, rather, as he picked up the vast majority of yardage and the 10-yard touchdown in the process. He'll pass in the flat far side. It's going to be complete. Moving forward over the 35 to the 37-yard line, Bendiger hauls it in, tackled by Jeremiah King and Evan Warren.
I was going to say Fry had 5 carries for 50 yards that last series for them.
No doubt the leading ground gainer for the visitor. Looked like Benner got out of bounds, but they'll say no as the clock continues to turn. We're at 3:30. 2 timeouts in the back pocket of the Skyhawks. RCB has 1. Quarterback keeper fakes the handoff, cuts it right back inside, and gets over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Give credit to that quarterback, Fry, as he'll plant that right foot and then cut right back inside. He's done it a couple different times, picking up huge yardage each time he's done it.
I think he needs to meet Mr. Warren a couple times.
Warren on the near side. As this time he does pitch it to Martin. Martin jets across midfield and scampers out of bounds on the Scott sidelines for Scott Skyhawks sidelines. Good. Wow, was that something? Ron Burgundy could use that to warm up. That's all, folks.
Elmer.
Wow. Couldn't believe he actually pitched it. He's been faking that pitch to Martin. He finally does it. Fooled everybody and got me all stammered up.
Until dazed and confused.
I'm telling you. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Scott. Handoff straight forward. Martin lowers his shoulder, gets inside the 45 to the 44. He's going to be close to a first down, but from our vantage point, might be just shy. See, if Scott was wise, they'd ask for a measurement. Nothing else to stop the clock. It's like a free timeout. 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and short. Clock rolling as we approach the 2.5-minute mark. And I like what Scott's doing here. You know, you've got to give credit to head coach Jeremy Dolan, as he's not trying to leave any time on the clock left for Robert C. Byrd if he can score. Fry back to pass. He's going to tuck it, run with it. He's going to get hit and brought down after he picks up the first down at the 43-yard line. And that time you saw a good job by Fry not forcing the issue down the field, Coop.
Yeah.
Doesn't throw it deep. Instead, tucks and runs, picks up that fresh set of downs, and the clock churning as we approach that 2-minute mark. Well, RCB's defense, a proud unit. They're not too happy about giving up the touchdown on the last possession. They would love to slam the door on Scott right here.
Yeah, RCB getting the ball back first in the second half.
Fry in the gun, end around, bringing it near side. And RCB with a good job of containment. Benninger getting wrapped up and rolled down at the 38-yard line. Evan Warren coming in to clean up the play. Scott's going to burn the TO. Let's take one with him. RCB football, 101.3.
The Bear.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Longest play from scrimmage was a 24-yard gain by Fry there earlier in the second quarter.
And, that was kind of a designed quarterback keeper where he rolls it. He has the option to pitch it, fakes the pitch, and then tucks it back inside. So we've seen him do that a couple times here. It's been successful. And with his speed, definitely can break it and go to the house. So Robert C. Byrd's got to respect the running capabilities of the quarterback, Matt Fry. Out of the TO, the ball resting near side hash, 38-yard line. In the gun is Fry. To his right, Martin. 3 receivers near side in a jumbled set. He's going to run that option, tucks it right inside. He'll get hit and brought down at the 34-yard line. Yard and a half short of the first down. And the clock at 1:33, and I'm not sure why in the world it stopped. Now it continues to roll. Third down, Fry in the gun. Snap back. Heats on. He's going to pass it, and it's going to be hauled in at the Robert C. Byrd 28-yard line. First down, Scott. Benninger coming up with that reception. He's been the most active Skyhawk in the passing attack.
Yeah, I think, he's the only target he's had so far this evening.
Well, the first pass was incomplete to the fullback Stone. But after that, he's not going to anybody else. Hankey on the turf as the pass complete to the Robert C. Byrd 25-yard line. Clock rolls, but there's a Hankey on the turf, stopping play. As Benninger hauls that one in, hit immediately by Hilliard. Procedure, the call on Scott. A rare mark-off on the Skyhawks.
I think that's their first penalty.
As a matter of fact, Coop, you are 100% right. Their first penalty of the game. I just want to see if you were paying attention.
Huh?
You passed that test?
I did good.
As always, Coop.
Well, David told me.
There you go. Mr. Olivero giving you the cheat sheet, huh?
Well, hey, take anything I can get, buddy.
That's right. Well, the Flying Eagles are going to decline that. And the ball now at the 26-yard line, second down. Minimal gain on that first down play. Coach Guerrero wants to take away the opportunities for Scott. Fry back to pass, looking deep, throwing deep. He's got a man. It's incomplete at the 10-yard line. He had Jay Sharps wide open. In pursuit defensively, Nathaniel Junkins stops the clock. 50 seconds remaining, second quarter. It'll be third down and 7. Scott in no hurry as the clock stopped because of the incomplete pass. Fry, designed quarterback keeper, tucks, runs to the near side and gets out of bounds. Right around the 23-yard line, short of the first down. It'll be fourth down and decision time for Scott. Will Coach Dolan go for it here? More than likely he will. That would be a very lengthy field goal opportunity for his kicker, Kevin Neal.
And they had a PAT attempt failed, didn't it?
Yeah, off the bar, incomplete. So they're going to go on fourth down and 5. Snap back, RCB, keeping the play in front of him. Pass is going to be tipped and incomplete. And so Robert C. Byrd holds. They've got the football. 38 seconds left in the first half. One timeout remaining, leading 24-6. I think Coach Guerrero will see what happens on this first down play. If they can pick up a chunk of yardage here and maybe get close to midfield, you might see him pick up the pace. But if not, he would not mind at all riding into the halftime break with this lead, knowing he gets the ball first in the second half.
That's exactly right. I got a good idea for our first play. We'll see.
I know your ideas. You're riverboat gambling. George in the gun. Hard count. Snap back. He looks near side, releases it. King's out here. It's going to be picked off at the 45. The clock not running. And they've got to get it moving as the Skyhawks have the football at the 26-yard line.
That was not the play I had in mind. I was going to say give it to Jeremiah King and see what he can do on the ground.
David Fennessy with the INT, the game's first turnover, and Scott regains control of it with 24 seconds left on the clock.
I don't know why that happened, to be honest with you.
Well, I think the thought was getting King out in a wheel route with a one-on-one opportunity. But
one
Scott looking
on one.
for it.
There was two guys.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
double coverage.
That's my point. They were double covering on the play. Will Fry back to pass. Pressure. He steps up, breaks a tackle, fires in the flat. Far side complete. As Jones makes a tackle, bumping Benninger out of bounds at the 15-yard line. 16 seconds left on the clock and one timeout. Benninger gets out of bounds, and that saves some time here, allows Scott to take their time in the huddle. They'll break camp with 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Game clock reads 16.9. The ball on the far side for Fry in the gun. Back to pass, complete to the 10-yard line, and that is it. It'll be a pickup of 4 on the play, 12 seconds on the clock, and a late hanky on the turf. That's going to be a personal foul against Robert Seabird. Now it looks like Scott's going to take their last timeout of the first half. We'll keep it right here. As they're going to mark this half the distance to the goal line, Coop. They're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line, just outside of the 5. And Scott should be called for the timeout. They're going to take it right here. We'll take one with RCB football. 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important, plus it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Actually, it'll be first. The clock is jumbled up. We'll get that clear in a second. Quarterback keeper, as the pass into the end zone is going to be caught for a touchdown. 5-yard touchdown pass by Scott in the end zone. Man, I'll tell you what, blown coverage on the play for the Flying Eagles.
Well, that was a rough series there, past few plays.
Yeah, it was for sure.
Unnecessary interception.
But who caught that in the end zone? Could not see. We'll clear that up here in a few minutes. It looks like Scott's going to go for 2. Fry in the gun, Martin to his right. Pitch back goes to Martin. Martin tries the far side, cuts back in, and he's going to get not in the end zone. He's just short. The zebra threw the beanie on the ground, and it looks like there might be a penalty on the play. Let's see. It's a hold against Scott. Decline. Robert Seabird leads it 24-12 with 5 seconds remaining. And what a weird chain of events there, as Robert Seabird had it. The interception for George, his first of the season, sets up Scott in prime position, and they get the touchdown on a pass into the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and we stay at 24-12. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the People's Bank halftime show coming up here in just a few moments. We'll have stats, analysis, and also a pair of rather impressive interviews with a couple football wise men here in the Harrison County area. Of course, Chris Nutter and our man Philip Fetty. Of course, Philip and I have been fortunate to do the Aldous and Broadus football games all season. You can catch us in action tomorrow, a noon kick, as AB travels to Notre Dame. And then if you like college basketball, you can join us at 7 o'clock because we're going to make the trip from the Cleveland area over to Slippery Rock, where the Battlers will get underway. It'll be the second game of the season for the men's basketball team. So we've got back-to-back, a doubleheader of Battler action tomorrow, 12 o'clock for the football game and 7 for the basketball game. So we get set for the kickoff. It's going to be Kevin Neal. Kicks it low. It's going to roll out of bounds. And so with 5 seconds left, RCB has it at their own 35-yard line. But RCB gets it first to start the second half of action. They have the 12-point lead. It's quarterback Nick George getting set to come out. I don't look to see much here. In the first half, primarily dominated by the Flying Eagles. They've got the double-digit cushion, 24-12, with the ball coming first in the third quarter. Victory formation for quarterback Nick George. Under center takes the snap and the knee, and that does it for the first half. Get set. The People's Bank halftime show is now Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
You unlock this door, the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. You unlock the You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Escaping the endless sea of hallways, you find a fair lady of the hypnotized by your own reflection.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2021 edition of the Flying Eagles Marching Band, under the director of Tom Myers, assisted by Ryan Dean. The Flying Eagles Marching Band is led by Senior Field Commander Alec Tate, with the assistance of Drum Captain Sal Anjarame. Section leaders are Katie Davis, Madison Schumann, Sophia Golan, Glenda Luis Berrios, and Logan Harvey. This year's competition field show is titled The Heist, featuring some of your favorite songs from movies and jazz, featuring The Incredibles, Cell Block Tango, and the Jazz Police. Soloists include Robbie Mendez on trombone, Alexis Tyson on trumpet, Mason Nixon on bass, and Emily Graham on alto saxophone. Please enjoy The Heist! Ladies and gentlemen, the Flying Eagle Marching Band.
And welcome back into the People's Bank Halftime Show. RCB on top, 24-12, and looking at stats for both teams.
For the Scott Skyhawks, Martin leads the way rushing, has 10 rushes for 35 yards. Fry, the ground game leader, 9 rushes for 67 yards in the TD. He's also 5 of 8 in the passing department for 21 yards in the TD. Brinegar, his main target, has all 5 receptions for 19 yards and caught that touchdown pass. He also has 2 rushes for 7 yards. Totals for Scott, 114 yards rushing, 21 passing for 135 total yards. For the RCB Flying Eagles, Jeremiah King, 13 rushes for 157 yards and 2 TDs. George has 3 rushes for 15 yards in a TD. He is 4 of 6 passing for 71 yards, including an interception. And Clark is 3 of 3 point after attempts and also has a 30-yard field goal. Junkins caught 2 of George's passes for a total of 50 yards. And Hilliard has 1 catch for 3, and Morris 1 for 18. Total yards for RCB, 176 rushing, 71 passing for 247 total yards at halftime.
Well, there you go. That tells the tale as Robert Super leads at 24-12. Other scores of interest in Class AA. Frankfort leading Lincoln at the halftime break, 14-3. Polka on top of Liberty Raleigh, 14-0. North Marion 41, Grafton 7. Nicholas County leading Roane County 7-6. And that's a look at some of the scores of interest. How do we get here in this one? Robert C. Byrd gets on the scoreboard first with 8:43 left in the opening quarter of play on a Jeremiah King run from 27 yards out. Second score of the game came at 11:46 left in the second quarter on a 30-yard field goal for Cam Clark. And the Robert C. Byrd extended their lead to 17-0 with 9:15 left in the second quarter of play on King's 34-yard touchdown run. Then we see an opportunity for the visitor to get on the scoreboard. A 10-yard run by quarterback Fry left it at that point 17-6. Then Robert C. Byrd extended their lead to 24-6 on a touchdown run, a 5-yarder from quarterback Nick George, point after good with 4:07 left in the opening half of play. Finally, the last score of the first half belonged to Scott. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass from Fry to Brinegar. The 2-point conversion failed, and that's where we are right now at 24-12. We've got a break to take as we get set for second half action. Flying Eagle football, 101.3, The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
The third period of play for the Flying Eagles, we expect a heavy dose of Jeremiah King.
Oh, I believe so. RCB started off strong and actually was kind of dominating the game, 17-0 lead. They did let Fry score there early in the second, or about halfway through the second. Then that couple penalties and a few plays that just gave, the interception, then a few penalties, and gave Scott some new life. And so RCB needs to regather the momentum that they possessed pretty much all of the first quarter and most of the second.
Well, we get set for second half action. It'll be Kevin Neal getting set to kick it off, and RCB travels left to right in this third period. Back deep, Latrell Jones. Jones ranges to his left, fields it at the 8-yard line, starts upfield. Gets a block to the 20, shifts to the outside of the 25, to the 30, and then gets brought down at the 33-yard line on the far side sideline. Extracurricular activity, and Robert C. Byrd's going to be hit with a 15-yard flag on the play. discipline's got to be key for the players from Robert C. Byrd in the second half. We saw 4 big penalties against them that really made a difference. And right here, we'll see excellent field position negated because of a foolish mistake. The officials conferring, but more than likely, it's going to go against RCB. Personal foul, Flying Eagles. Personal foul against Scott, offsetting. So what a break there.
The best case scenario that you could ask for there.
Coop, you couldn't ask for more. It looked like Robert C. Byrd was going to be moved back deep in their own territory, but now first down and 10 from the 33. Nifty return by the freshman Jones.
Yeah, it was, and the foul occurred clear on the other side of the field. I mean, it wasn't even close to the action. RCB needs to maintain their composure and maintain their discipline and not let anything that Scott does throw them off.
That's a good point, Coop. First down, handoff. King slashes forward and goes over the 35 to the 36-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Defensively for Scott, up front, Gavin Suffin, the 5'8", 225-pound senior, making the play.
Yeah, stoppage of play, I believe.
Yeah, injury on the field. We'll take a timeout. RCB football, 101.3.
The Bear.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important, plus it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Down in 7, RCB controlling the ball to start this third period of play. They lead 24-12. The official resets the play clock, and RCB on the prowl. It'll be George in the gun with King to his right. Hand off to King. King goes straight forward over the 40 to the 44-yard line. First down, Flying Eagles. 8-yard pickup on the play for the King.
Nifty 8-yard pickup there by Jeremiah. It was his 15th tote of the evening. Unofficially 168 yards.
He's nearing that 200-yard mark. He's got 14 games in his career of 200-plus yards, 5 games of 300-plus yards. Nick George on first down, keeps it himself, battles his way to the 49-yard line. Tough running between the tackles for the QB. 5-yard pickup on first down.
It's about his average, 4 carries, 20 yards this evening.
On the year, 35 rushes, 115 for 3 touchdowns. Second down, handoff goes to King. Between the tackles, breaks the tackle, gets to the 45 of Scott and gets a fresh set of downs. 10-10 on the stop clock here momentarily as the chain gang will move forward. They wind it, and RCB getting back in Scott territory. This offensive line, you can't say enough about the way they played. Drew Paul, Jonathan Arnold, Logan McCartney, Wyatt Miner, Trace Wagner. These guys taking care of business for RCB tonight. In the gun, George, passing the flat, near side complete. Jones has it, waits for a block. 40, then cuts it back inside to the 35, lowers his shoulder and gets down the ball. Comes free, but it looks like Scott's got it. Down the near side sideline, the Skyhawks have the football. Unbelievable play as Jones tried to go down twice, couldn't get down. And they're going to say it looks like Scott football. Second RCB turnover of the game, and that's what's helped Scott stay in the ball game. 9:32 left in this third quarter. RCB went from having a first down to losing control of the football.
Well, you just reach a point where you just got to go down. I mean, that's, you can struggle for yards, but, that just gives them an opportunity to strip the ball away from you.
First possession of the third quarter. Martin with a carry, tries the far side, cuts it back in, scores his way to the 37-yard line. Tripped up on the play by Tristan Cumberledge. Why the clock's not running, I have no idea. They're asking to roll it, and now it finally does. I think there's a glitch in it because it's the second time I've seen it. That time it goes from 9:20 to 9:05 immediately. Could be an issue with the clock itself. Martin, a second consecutive tote, tries the right side and works his way forward about a yard short of a first down. Cumberledge again on the play. It's third down and what will definitely be four down territory if need be for Scott. They trail 24-12, but they've got the momentum after coming up with a fumble recovery. And they didn't just get control of the pigskin, they advanced it into Robert C. Byrd territory. Handoff in the backfield. It looked like RCB had him for a loss.
Still do.
Not as big of a loss as they would have, but a good job there by the Skyhawks. Not going down on the initial contact. They move the ball back to the 34.5-yard line. It'll be fourth down and a couple for the Skyhawks. Clock turning just inside of 8 minutes to go in this third quarter of play. RCB's defense looking for a stop. It'll be quarterback Fry in the shotgun with Martin to his right. They run the pitch play. Martin's got it on the far side, cuts back and goes down that spot. Looks like he might be just short.
Close. Well, he's weaving.
It's RCB football on the stop. What a job by the defense, standing tall on fourth down. And now the offense coming back out onto the field. RCB's defense picks up the slack after the turnover, and they slam the door on the Skyhawks, getting it back for Nick George and company.
Yeah, that's big defense there.
7:31 stopped clock, third quarter, 24-12. The Byrd Bulge, they look for more on this second possession of the third period. I formation, look for the King. Fairmont Senior and Herbert Hoover tomorrow afternoon. That game to be played at the University of Charleston. Bridgeport on top of Morgantown 34-7 in the fourth quarter play. As here come the Skyhawks, possession number 2.
Yeah, RCB's defense did a great job holding them on fourth down last series.
Fry to Brenniger on the far side. He'll hurt a defender at the 25 and get to the 27 where he's brought down there. Quick hitter on the far side, and a nice gain on first down for the Skyhawks. Injury on the field. We'll take a break. RCB football, 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
after the injury. 2nd down and 3. Handoff to Martin. Up the field he'll go over the 30 to the 32-yard line. Skyhawks picking up a 1st down on that run. Momentary stoppage of the clock as they move the chains. And RCB's been perfect offensively, scoring the football. Outside of the couple interceptions, they've scored on every full possession they've had.
Yeah. Just watching down there on the sideline, looked like Jeremiah's hopping around there a little bit.
Fry back to pass, looking deep, pressure. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. Brenniger, the intended receiver, and Robert C. Byrd with a trio of defenders on the far side. Looks like an injury. We'll take a break. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
RCB back-to-back Flying Eagle injuries have prompted a couple delays in play. With 5:59 left in this third quarter play, RCB striking first in this third quarter on the 56-yard TD by King. Point after good by Clark. They've got some breathing room at 31-12. A 2nd down and 12 facing Scott from their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, we can only hope those injuries aren't too serious. And
Fry in the gun, back to pass. Pressure, pass, incomplete at the 40-yard line. Had a man open. The pass behind the intended receiver there. That was fullback Landon Stone, who snuck out as a safety valve. We talked in the pregame about Stone's ability to haul in receptions, 22 of them for 507 yards and 5 TDs. Gives you an idea of what kind of athleticism this fullback possesses. 6'3", 395-pound senior is Stone. Well, 3rd down and 10 for RCB. They're looking to close the door on Scott on this possession. The defense with a 4-man rush, pass far side, will be incomplete. Again behind the intended receiver at the 40-yard line. That was Jay Sharps who couldn't come up with it. Stopping the clock with 5:50 left and forcing the Skyhawk punt.
yeah, Fry's missed his last 3.
So now back deep, it'll be Junkins setting up shop at the RCB 38-yard line. And you start thinking if there's a trick play in the back pocket of the Skyhawks, you might see it sometime soon. Isaac Setzer on to punt it away. RCB not attempting to rush it. Setzer, the left-footed kicker, gets it off high and a fair catch called for. And the penalty flag is going to be thrown as Scott comes up with it. Norman Junkins tried to get the fair catch, but it bounds off of a Skyhawks helmet.
Yeah.
So Hankey's on the turf, and Byrd should control the football. Almost near disaster.
I was going to say,
Well, the officials in a huge conference right around the 39-yard line. Quarterback Nick George on the sideline getting last-minute instructions. $15-yard penalty on the kicking interference call.
That gives RCB some good starting field position.
Only the second penalty of the game called on Scott, and that is huge, as that'll march the ball into Skyhawk territory. They'll place it down at the 47-yard line. 31-12, the Byrd Bulge with 5:42 left, third canto of play. Flying Eagles break camp, as it'll be in the backfield, Evan Warren. Confusion on the field and a timeout for RCB. We'll take one as well. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future.
And with King being worked on the sidelines, Warren in the backfield. Snap back, and the quarterback's going to keep it. Tries the left side, lowers his shoulder, gets inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Very close to a first down. Decisive run by Nick George. Got the snap, knew exactly where he was going, lowered his shoulders and his helmet, and picked up 9 yards on the play. RCB's offense in no hurry here. Clock management key for the Flying Eagles, especially with King on the sidelines. Same play this time. George tries the near side. He gets spun around. He'll work his way to the 32-yard line before they gang tackle him and throw him back. George not too happy about the extracurricular activity. 7-yard pickup. It'll be first down for Robert C. Byrd. This offensive line doing the job all night long. Drew Paul dinged up a few plays ago on the defensive side of the ball. Good to see him back in there, the center, along with McCartney and Arnold, Wagner and Minor. Handoff goes to Warren, and Warren loses the football. Robert C. Byrd comes up with it. Looked like that was quarterback Nick George who came up with a loose pigskin.
They did, yeah. It looks like he. See where they're marking the ball.
Back to the 33-yard line. Well, George is up, or King is up, excuse me, trying to walk that off. Looks to be a little hobble down there. Looks like he might have some wrap on his ankle. As George takes it on second down, explodes forward, gets to the 25-yard line. An impressive run again by George. He gets that snap, doesn't dance around. He just goes right to that hole, lowers his shoulders, picks up yardage. Third down and what what you'd think would be 4-down territory if need be, is Robert C. Byrd running the football and, more importantly, running the clock.
Yeah, the clock is their friend right now, for sure.
3 minutes left in the third quarter of play, 31-12, RCB leads it. Snap back, and George works that left side, and the pile moves forward as he'll get to the 23-yard line. It'll be 4th down and a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Morse checking back in the game. Jones and Cumberledge come out. Plenty of time on the play clock as George comes over and has a long talk on the RCB sideline. He hustles back in what you would expect to be a design quarterback keeper.
Been working so far.
Now they go to the I formation. Hard count up front. George trying to draw him offsides. He can't do it. Timeout RCB. We'll take one as well. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road, take me home. Country road.
And here at One Eagle Way, RCB facing the 4th down and 2. The ball resting at the Scott 24-yard line. RCB uses their second timeout as they want to talk about this. Jeremiah King still being worked on the sidelines after that 56-yard touchdown run. Scores of interest. Well, Bridgeport wraps it up with a decisive win over Morgantown. They advance, and Lincoln still trailing Frankfort 14-10, that one in the third quarter of play. RCB's offense back out onto the field. George under center, hard count. He's going to try to go forward, spins and lunges, sticks the ball, and extends it to the 20-yard line. It's a first down, Flying Eagles. I like the design of that play. As George under center, you've got Warren in the backfield, so there's a threat of the handoff there. Instead, he just keeps it himself and goes forward. That Bridgeport final 34-7. The Indians beat the Mohegans.
Yeah, he was able to spin around there, too, after initial contact and able to pick up another couple yards.
Hey, we've got another scoring update. Lincoln in the fourth quarter now is on top 17-14 over Frankfort. What a comeback effort there by the Cougars playing at Stuyvesant Field. Snap back, Hankey's on the turf. Procedure the call on the Flying Eagles. It'll be a 5-yard mark off on the Flying Eagles. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, AB football on the Bear. Kickoff at noon, and then 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the men's Battler squad in action at Slippery Rock against Slippery Rock. The Battlers defeated Seton Hill earlier tonight. First down and 15, RCB, the ball in the middle of the field is it'll be a shotgun formation for quarterback Nick George. Hard count, snap back, and here comes George. Tries the near side, shifts his way forward, avoids a would-be tackler, and gets back to the 20-yard line. So he picks up the 5 penalty yards, as we'll see now a second down and 10. Clock rolling to the 1-minute mark in this third period of play, and RCB on top, 31-12.
Second and 10, RCB has got that 19-point lead. And
just utilizing the clock. It's been a great drive for RCB considering they've been doing it without Jeremiah King. Snap back pass, far side, hauled in by the Flying Eagles at the 15-yard line. That'll be Junkins. And Credit given defensively to the Skyhawks as Kevin Neal comes up and makes the tackle, disallowing any yards after the catch. That'll do it for the third quarter of play as Robert C. Byrd takes the 31-12 lead into the fourth frame. RCB football on 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual
to Warren. Warren goes forward, moves the pile, gets inside the 10-yard line. They'll get him at the 8. It's a first down, Flying Eagles. First and goal to go. Warren with a hard-nosed run on that pivotal third down play.
Warren continues to be a spark plug for the Flying Eagles.
Well, we're seeing the Flying Eagle offense utilize the play clock more to their advantage. They break camp now with 10 seconds on it. They're going to run it down to within 5 seconds or less before they snap the football. It expires, and I don't see any hankies as the quarterback keeps it, goes forward, and goes nowhere. Nowhere to go for George on that play, and RCB dodges the bullet as it was on 0 for 2 seconds before the snap got back.
Oof.
Not that I'm complaining.
Nope, no complaint.
You know what they say, Coop? Hear no evil, see no evil. Nick George to the sideline. And again, RCB without Jeremiah King looks a little hobbled over there on the sidelines. Hopefully he's going to be okay. In the gun, George with backs to both sides. Hard count. He's looking near side. He's going to lob it in the end zone. Junkins goes up, catches it, comes down on the Scott defender, and bang, bang, it's a TD for Junkins, his 6th of the season, and Robert C. Byrd extends their lead to 37-12. Great play call there and execution. Beautiful touch by the quarterback, Nick George, lofting it up in the air. And Junkins shows his athleticism, climbing the ladder and hauling it in. On for the PAT, Cam Clark. Injury in the end zone for a Scott player. Let's take a timeout. RCB football, 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
And here at Robert C. Byrd, Cam Clark on for the PAT, up and good. RCB extending their lead to 32-12 with 10:34 remaining in this fourth and final period of play. Coops, there's good and bad with that last drive. The good, obviously, it results in a touchdown, but the bad, no Jeremiah King after he scored on that 57-yard touchdown on the previous drive. He looks a little bit hobbled out there, and that's a huge concern for Robertson.
Oh, absolutely. You know, not only this game, maybe not so much of this game, but moving forward, big game next week, playing somebody more than, well, it depends on what happens.
Don't put
tomorrow.
the jinx on.
I'm not saying anything.
Still 10 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one.
But I don't know. He's hobbling around pretty good there. You'd think maybe put some ice on that thing or something.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It looked like it could be a foot or an ankle. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but definitely drawing concern for RCB faithful. As Cam Clark getting set to kick it off. Clark's had a whale of a game, including a 30-yard field goal in the first half. He approaches, gets a boot. It's going to be high and returnable at the 2-yard line. Up over the 15 to 20, shifting to the far side, 25-yard line, and brought down there on the return. It's Kevin Neal. Man, you got to like the way Robert C. Byrd has built this lead and continue to grow the lead throughout this process.
Sure, that was a big-time play there, that pass from George to Junkins. Timing was perfect on it. And just what RCB needed, get that 26-point lead.
In the last two games before this and coming into this one to date, RCB outscoring opponents 136-18.
Yeah, Scott's going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here.
Handoff to Martin, trying the far side. He'll work his way to the 31. Solid first down pickup for the Skyhawks. And for Robert C. Byrd defensively, they want to employ that bend but not break philosophy here. Giving up a couple yards here, a couple yards there. But more importantly, just letting that clock run. The clock's their ally right now.
Yeah, keep them in bounds, and there's a official's timeout for something.
Avoid the big play. Well, the Skyhawks break camp. They're ready for the play, but the officials are not. Clock rolls as the officials step back, and the Skyhawks face a second down and call it 6. Fry in the gun. Snap back. He rolls near side. Pressure as the Flying Eagles get after him. The ball's free, and RCB's got it. Coming up with the pigskin is going to be the big man, Jonathan Arnold, the 5'10", 230-pound senior, hops on a loose football, and Byrd gets their first turnover of the ball game.
Yeah, that couldn't have come for the best time for RCB and the worst time for Scott. That was
Aiden Morris comes in, makes the play, gets to the quarterback, Fry, dislodges the football, and Johnny on the spot is Jonathan Arnold.
Yeah, great play. I mean, RCB's got the ball now and burn some more clock.
Did you notice that? Play on words, Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on the spot.
Jonathan Arnold. Amazing.
I didn't. I missed that. Sorry.
Well, Morris, who gets credit for that fumble, now gets the carry, and he's going to barrel his way inside the 15 all the way to the 12-yard line. 6-yard pickup on the play for the senior. Almost 9 minutes and turning in this fourth quarter.
Was there a flag on that?
No flag on the play.
There should have been.
That could have been a 15-yard marker.
It's 30.
Handoff, last man
It's
through.
like unsportsmanlike conduct.
As it looks like a cloud of dust as RCB picks up a couple on the play.
There's a cloud, all right.
It'll be third down and 2.5 for the Flying Eagles. Love the way they change speeds. In this situation, they're in no hurry whatsoever. I mean, this is like Coops in the recliner on a Sunday afternoon kind of offense.
Yeah, there ain't
slow and methodical.
Not much motion there.
I formation look on the third down play, and the handoff goes to Evan Warren. He gets brought down at the 10-yard line. Hankey on the turf on the far side as it looks like more extracurricular activity. We've seen too much of this in this ball game. Well, we wait for the officials to discuss it and then let us in on the secret. 8:14 stop clock, fourth period of play. RCB leads it 38-12. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Flying Eagles. Now, I'll tell you right now, with this sizable 26-point lead, the last thing you want to do is get somebody ejected from the ball game. So RCB's players have got to take a deep breath and calm themselves down. You don't want to get caught up in all the emotion and adrenaline of playoff football, especially with trash talking and activities going on well after the players transpire. You got to pull it together, reel it in, and refocus.
Yeah, they, you just can't let that stuff get to you. I mean, at the time, yeah, it seems like a big deal, and yeah, it makes you mad, but I mean, you got to be disciplined enough. Because usually when you retaliate, that's when the flag is turned. You know, the referees don't see the initial contact or the initial penalty that on you, but then when you retaliate, then that's when the flag comes out. And so they're backed up. What we got here?
Fourth down, 17. Pistol looks, sidecar left, fake handoff, pass. It's going to be hauled in by Junkins. Gets to the 5, to the 1, and he'll be brought down there. No flags, first down. What a rifled pass by quarterback Nick George, right on the money, and Junkins gets up hobbled on the play. Well-designed fourth down pickup for the Flying Eagles. They keep this drive alive and keep the clock rolling. 7:47 and counting, fourth quarter. Junkins out. Looks like he's going to be stretched out a little bit. It'll be first down and goal from the Scott 2-yard line. I formation. Morris, the tailback. Hard count, handoff. And it's going to be Morris into the end zone for the 2-yard touchdown. Flying Eagles find pay dirt yet again in this third period. Fourth touchdown. Fourth quarter. What did I say? Third quarter. Sorry. Fourth quarter of play. Third touchdown.
You're living in the past.
In the second half.
You're still living in the past.
Tell you what, I'm amazed at what we're seeing right here. It's Cam Clark on for the BAT. It's up and it's good. RCB on top, 45-12. And you've seen a lot of emotional sways in this game. A late Hankey on the play as the extra point good. Just seeing way too many penalties out there. RCB has been saddled with 8 infractions for 90 yards.
Well, see what we got.
Unsportsmanlike, the call on the Flying Eagles. Coach Gorell is not going to be happy with that one. So unofficially, 9 penalties for 105 yards. That's the only negative that you can point to in this one.
I can't see it. Oh, sorry.
Coops, you with me? Or you hanging
I'm
out
watching
over there?
replays, Bill.
If you want to hang out with Mr. Oliverio over there, I'll let you slide for a while. As they're trying to watch the review to see exactly what happened on that play.
Since we have this modern technology.
That's for sure. So, RCB extends the lead, but again, the hankies have been an issue that will be addressed by Coach Grell and his staff this coming week. Cam Clark, one of the busiest Flying Eagles, getting set to kick it off.
Trying to have a look at the walking wounded down there. It looks like everybody's doing all right.
Well, you see Junkins looks a little bit better, but taking a long look to try to see how Jeremiah King's getting along. He's standing down there. That's a good sign, but still doesn't look like he's 100%. I can tell you if this game continues to go the way it's going now, you won't see him again regardless.
No, you're not going to see him again tonight. No.
His night's finished.
Yes, it is.
I'd say probably the same thing for Junkins potentially. 7-2-3 left in this fourth quarter of play. And RCB with a commanding 45-12 lead. Kickoff is deep. It's going to drive Neal back to the 13. Turns up field on the far side, 25, 30, 35 to the 40 where he is tripped up. That'll be Braylon Hilliard on the special team stop for the Flying Eagles. Well, the winner of this one will play the winner of Herbert Hoover and Fairmont Senior. That one played tomorrow afternoon.
Well, that'll be a good one.
That'd be a great one. Very seldom do you see a 16 threaten a 1, but you'll see it tomorrow. Last year, Elkins pulled the improbable, defeating number 1 Sissonville. And then they came here to One Eagle Way where RCB won that contest.
And we got COVIDed out, huh?
That's exactly what happened. Handoff to Martin. Tries the far side. Hit and brought down a loss on the play. Jaden Willis with a textbook tackle on the far side. One-yard loss on the play. And we have not seen Scott attempt to go downfield. Not much of a vertical passing attack.
No, not at all.
Well, the clock is definitely an RCB ally here. It's 6:40 and turning. Fry in the gun. Far side, Martin spins his way forward as he'll get to the 48-yard line, just shy of a first down. 9-yard pickup on the play for the senior. In the fourth quarter, Frankfort regaining the lead over Lincoln, 21-17.
Yeah, Martin's been a workhorse. 17 carries so far this evening, 61 yards.
He and Fry combining to do the majority of the damage on the ground for Scott. Handoff to Martin again. Patiently tries the far side and works his way just into Robert C. Byrd territory. That's good enough for the first down. Crowd thinning out here. Crisp evening. As Santa Claus has made his way here to One Eagle Way. Down in the far corner over by the Robert C. Byrd mascot.
Nice. Is that Dougie or the real?
He's bringing you a lump of coal, Mr. Cooper.
I deserve one.
First and 10, Skyhawks. Martin with a third consecutive tote barrels his way to the Robert C. Byrd 46. That stop provided by Jonah Fowler, the 6-foot, 185-pound senior. Well, Scott content to stay on the ground here. running valuable time off the clock. Hand off to Stone, the fullback, tries the far side. He'll get hit and pushed out of bounds on the Scott sideline. They'll get him right around the 43-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play. Hilliard on the play defensively, joining in Isaac Bordelot. Bordelot, another one of those impressive seniors, a 6 foot, 205-pounder. Scott needs 3 yards to sustain the drive. Hand off to Martin. Martin gets the first down, moving his way to the 35-yard line. 8-yard pickup for the tailback. Injury timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. Robert C. Byrd football, 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
And here at Robert C. Byrd, still an injury issue on the field. We'll keep it here. 45-12, the RCB advantage. And Coop, 4 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in this ball game. If Robert C. Byrd can hold on, then they'll play the winner of the Herbert Hoover Fairmont Senior game, which will take place tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, that's looking forward to that. It'll be either way. If Fairmont Senior comes out ahead, then the game will be here at on Dougie Leafield Lane. Or if Herbert Hoover wins, we'll be heading down that way. Road trip.
Road trip. You can't beat a road trip for a second-round playoff game. Of course, you'd like to be home, so it's a double-edged sword. You've lost to Fairmont Senior in a nail-biter, 21-20 at East West Stadium this year, in a game where you were AWOL. And so we'll see what happens in that one tomorrow afternoon. North Marion all over Grafton. They've extended their lead to 64-7 in the fourth quarter of play. Ooh. So we get set for a first down play for the Skyhawks. Martin with the carry. Brought down from behind as he works his way to the RCB 42-yard line. That'll be Isaac Bordelot on the tackle. Gil Adams getting into the ball game, 5'9", 210-pound sophomore. Not a whole lot of sense of urgency here as Scott taking their time. Play clock at 18, they break camp.
Yeah, I think they're kind of resigned to the fact.
Handoff. And Martin gets the 25. Yeah, they're yelling ball. But
it looked like a helmet.
It was a helmet.
Oh. As long as his head's not.
Luckily, the head is not in it.
Yeah, that's
right.
A
good thing. 3:19 on the stop clock.
So where are we at here?
We're at Robert C. Byrd Stadium.
No, I mean, first down. Okay.
First down. The ball resting at the RCB 25-yard line. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for some college action tomorrow, look no further than the Bear, as we'll see AB wrapping up their regular season on the road at Notre Dame. Join Phil Fetty and me for that one. And then Phil and I will take a trip from the Cleveland area over to Slippery Rock for a 7 o'clock basketball game. Both games on the Bear. Far side, Martin turns the corner, gets the first down, and gets pulled out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Clock stops at 2:43 as Martin pulled out of bounds on the far side. So, Coop, you look at this one and you say impressive win. You just hold your breath and hope that Nathaniel Junkins and Jeremiah King are okay.
Yeah, I did see Junkins out there playing defense. I think he's still in the game.
Well, that's a good sign. As Martin with the carry goes far side, works inside the 10-yard line and gets to the 6. 7-yard pickup for Martin on that play. Well, Coop, there was indication in the first half that we could be wrapping this up early because both teams really wanted to keep it on the ground. We've seen a handful of injuries in the second half.
Yeah, that slowed things down a little bit, but it's things are going RCB's way, so you don't mind too much.
That's an excellent point there. As Martin, with a vicious run, lowers his shoulder, gets into the end zone from 6 yards out. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately following this game, stay tuned for the People's Bank postgame show. Stats, analysis, and much more on the People's Bank postgame show. Martin into the end zone. And let's see if the Skyhawks go for 2. Just shy of 2 minutes left in this fourth period. Skyhawks break camp, looking to go for the deuce. Quarterback Matt Fry in the gun to his right. It'll be Martin. Martin with a carry, cuts it back and walks into the end zone, getting the 2-point conversion. We've got a break to take. Flying Eagle football, 101.3.
The Bear.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
As the kicker, Kevin Neal, surveys the field, he approaches, and it's an onside kick attempt. The ball comes free, and I think Scott's got it. They're fighting for the football here, and a hanky on the field after the play. I'm not so sure if I agree with that one. As they're going to say, it's Scott football. Coming up with the football on the play is Landon Stone. Give credit to the kicker, Kevin Neal. As he approaches it, looks like he's going to kick it to the left side of the field, but he puts some English on it and reverses it back to the right.
Looks like a penalty against.
These officials are getting a quick trigger right now. after the play. Personal foul. It'll be on Scott. So I guess that's a saving grace, moving the ball back to the 39-yard line of the Skyhawks. Yeah, the officials, Coop, with a quick trigger. I don't think they're not going to let too much get by without a flag here. This has been chippy for quite some time. The clock at 1:58. RCB with a 25-point cushion. Hand off to Martin, and Robert C. Byrd coming up quick to make the play. It'll be a tackle for a loss of 1. The first to make contact for the Flying Eagles was Logan Frum, 6'1", 225-pound freshman.
Well, at least the clock's running, huh?
That's a positive. And again, Scott taking their time.
Yeah, just a little perplexed as why Scott's not throwing the ball.
That's a good question.
Of course, every pass thrown tonight has gone towards Brinegar.
He's been the go-to guy.
Yeah.
You're exactly right, Coop. No doubt about it. Martin with a carry. Trying the near side as he'll squirt his way forward just inside RCB territory at the Flying Eagle 49. That's a first down pickup. Scott possessing all 3 timeouts, RCB with 1 remaining.
Doesn't look like they're any hurry to use them.
Well, barring an amazing chain of events, Robert C. Byrd's going to move on.
Shh, don't bring it up.
I've got to say it now. 45-20, they have the lead. The clock now rolling to 35 seconds. They'll await the winner of Herbert Hoover and Fairmont Senior. RCB 9-0 all-time in the playoffs here at One Eagle Way. Play action pass down the field, complete to the 20-yard line. And hauling that one in is going to be Kevin White. Kevin White on the reception. 6 foot, 170-pound senior hauls it in at the Byrd 20-yard line. Timeout, Scott. Timeout, us. Flying Eagle football 101.3.
The Bear.
When it comes to business, we all have areas of specialty, but there are times when we need guidance. We need someone to come along and show us the most creative and environmentally safe way to navigate our engineering challenges. That's where we come in. CEC stands for Civil and Environmental Consultants. You show us the problem, we'll provide you with the solution. Visit wearecec.com. Big firm capabilities, small firm culture.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important, plus it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Pass down the field, incomplete. Scott going for the enchilada, and they come up empty-handed, bringing up the 2nd down and 10, stopping the clock with 12 seconds remaining. And Coop, that enchilada reference, I didn't mean to make you hungry.
You did make me hungry. I had a fish taco tonight.
See? There you go.
My wife made some of her famous fish tacos.
2nd down and 10. Fry rolled in the pocket, far side. He's under heat, throws it to the end zone. It's high, arcing, and it's going to be pulled in by the Scott Skyhawks. That looks to be Carson Brinegar pulling it down for the 20-yard strike. Three seconds remaining in this one. Is Scott going to go for 2 here? Let's see. the Skyhawks have managed to put on the last 2 touchdowns of the game. 20 straight points as Martin for the 2-point conversion. He's in. 16 straight points for Scott. But it's going to be too little too late. RCB on top, 45-28. You know, Coop, when you think about playoff wins, and you think about a team that's 8-0 all-time at home, that says a lot about the tradition here in Flying Eagle territory. So with RCB winning this one, they'll advance to round number 2 of the playoffs, and they'll play the winner of the Herbert Hoover Fairmont Senior lockup that tomorrow afternoon. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the mood for some college athletics tomorrow, check us out on the Bear. 12 o'clock on 101.3 FM. It'll be Phil Fetty and me as we bring you the action. The Battlers of AB traveling to Notre Dame, nationally ranked Falcons. And that'll be the last game of the season for Alderson Broaddus. We'll leave there and we'll head over to Slippery Rock and we'll bring you the AB Slippery Rock game. That men's basketball will tip off at 7 o'clock. Battler's men winning over Seton Hill earlier tonight. 3 seconds on the clock, and this is a formality as it's going to be Kevin Neal set to kick it off. He hits a line driver. The ball comes loose. It's still loose. It looks like Robert C. Byrd might have pounced on it. And that'll do it.
So the clock went from 3 to 0.
I think there's a malfunction with that clock. We talked about it earlier. Our final score here at Robert C. Byrd, 45-28, the Flying Eagles win it. The People's Bank postgame show is now. So we look at this one and we say, all right, the Skyhawks score 16 consecutive points to end the ball game, but too little too late. Robert C. Byrd advances. The big question mark as the fireworks finally come out. We didn't see any after any of the scores in this game. But now we see a fireworks display, an epic one here as they celebrate the Flying Eagle win. Coop's stats for the Eagles.
Jeremiah King led the way rushing, 18 rushes for 241 yards, 3 TDs. Hayden Morris had 4 rushes for 17 yards and a TD. George had 12 rushes, 53 yards and a TD. Warren, two rushes for 8 yards. George passing was 6 of 8 for 109 yards and a TD with an INT. And then Clark also had a 30-yard field goal.
There you go. And for the Scott team?
Well, for Scott, the Martin was the workhorse. He had 28 rushes for 125 yards. By far, Fry next most productive with 9 attempts for 67 yards, and he was also, probably around 10 of 15 for 69 yards. Brinegar, his favorite receiver, with 7 catches for 47 yards and 2 TDs.
Well, there you go. So the final score, 45-28. Robert C. Byrd victorious, and now once again they await the winner of Herbert Hoover and Fairmont Senior. That one will be played tomorrow afternoon. Special thank you to Don Reynolds back in the studio, the legend in the saddle. We appreciate his hard work and efforts this evening, and also to David Oliverio here on the. I'm completely baffled now as we're on the live stream.
It's just right like now. The big boys.
Yeah, we've made it.
We got our live stream. We're on TV.
What can you ask for?
Next year we want me to wear a suit and tie or something.
I would have sucked my gut in if I'd have known that was going to happen. So special thank you to the administration here as well. We appreciate everything from winning away, and we'll see what happens next week, Coop. If Fairmont Senior wins, we'll be back home. If they lose, we'll travel to Herbert Hoover. Either way, Flying Eagles advance to round number 2. Once again, final score here, 45-28. So for John Cooper, I'm Bill Nestor saying thanks for tuning in.